Hey everybody, I'm Lee with Olsen Equine, and today we're working on the big guys. This is actually a Budweiser Clydesdale that was in the commercial. His feet are really long and really big. This trim is pretty interesting just because of how big he is and how long his feet are. Most of the horses we do are typically on a pretty good schedule, but this guy, it's just comes down to good shoeing regardless, so it doesn't matter what kind of horse it is. I believe there's still basic hoof care that you need to follow. So right now I'm not trying to over trim the frog, but just like the hoof, the frog is really long, so I'm getting it trimmed back to where it can clean itself out pretty well. And as you can tell with my finger, there's a lot of depth of sole in there, so I normally don't take out any sole when I'm trimming, but what we're after is adequate sole. So here we're gonna have to take some out, otherwise he'd just be walking on his soles only, and that would be not good. Foot is in relatively good shape. Bar's cleaned up to be pretty straight. It looks like I took a lot of sole out, but there was so much to take out that it's still chalky and he still has a lot of protection. So you can tell the bar's straight. That's usually a good indicator. It's got strong heels and the frogs are really firm. That's a great indicator. Frogs are normally very healthy, and so is the foot when you have a big healthy frog like that. As you can see here, there's a lot of foot to take off, and this is also a reason why trimming or shoeing draft horses costs so much, is because the feet are so much bigger, but the hoof walls are so much stronger and thicker that it's pretty hard work, and it takes a special set of tools as well. So if you don't do them very often, it can be very exhausting, and most people avoid them for that reason. Working on our 45 with our nippers, and just going to clean it up with our rasp. This is a little different rasp, but I just use it because it's a little longer, and that foot is so big that a normal rasp is kind of hard to use. So my goal is to have the heels come to the highest, widest point of the frog, like it is right there with my rasp. Everything looks good. I'm going to check level just like any other horse with my opposite hand without it in my legs. Don't like it, it's a little high on that medial heel quarter. Clean out the junk a little bit. And right now what I'm doing is I'm just working on the bevel that I normally put on the front stand, the third and final bevel. I'm just saving myself some time and effort with my rasp because the hoof wall is so thick and he's so long. Final check. Move the feathers out of the way. We normally tape them up with vet wrap. This big guy is cool though. Most draft horses are pretty docile and easy to be around. And those feather-footed horses are cool, aren't they? Nice and smooth. Just like any other trim, we want a nice 45. I think it turned out really well. Tyler's applying some groom's hand, just a good preventative. Keep the foot healthy. Everything turned out pretty good.